Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Partaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvam Anusantadami Bhagavad Gita Bhavatveshini Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutah Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanisadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Navidussura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Devaya Tasmai Namaha. We'll chant from verse number 7. Aharastvapi sarvasya trivido bhavati priyah yajnastapastata danam tesham vedamimam shrunu ayus sattva bala arogya sukha priti vivardhanaha rasya snigdha stira hridyaha Satvika Priyaha. The food that is preferred by people who have sattvic gunas are mentioned here. Ayu, that which can give longevity of life. Sattva, purity, that is purity of the mind. Bala, physical strength. Arogya, health. Sukha, triptihi, mental satisfaction. Preeti, the joy. Iti vivardhanaha. Vivardhana, they are all enhanced. And they must be rasyaha. must have enough taste due to adding of good amount of, or sufficient amount of, not good amount, sufficient amount of oil or ghee. Rasyaha tasty, snigdaha. Snigdaha must have that ability to digest easily. It should not be too hard. So that is why we add ghee or oil. Not like the Sri Krishna sweets. If you have ever gone to India and had that, then Mysore Pak, by handing itself, you have to be careful. And then when you put in the mouth, you don't even know that you put it in your mouth. It's so much of ghee. Not that way. Stiraha. Stiraha means that which can sustain the energy in your body. Many times when we eat, immediately they have to go to the restroom. It is not staying for too long. And at the same time, larger quantity does not mean it stays longer. That is also wrong perception. I eat so much so that it will stay for long. No, your body will reject. I have tried it. I've tried all that. And I come to know, larger quantity does not mean it remains longer. Everything will be rejected by the body. So you have to be watchful. When you are 30, until 30, 35, you can even eat stone. Nothing will happen. But beyond that, your Madhya Pradesh starts to grow. Uttar Pradesh starts to dull. Uttar Pradesh this, Madhya Pradesh is this. So when you see your Madhya Pradesh is slowly increasing, then you know that your body is not digesting the food properly. It is just retaining because it has to work hard on it. Or it will completely reject and then throw it away, and you will realize that it is not giving you sufficient amount of energy. And retaining in your body means fat. That creates toxins. Longer the body retains the food without digesting means toxin is generated. And then toxin will lead to many different problems, including inflammation, pain, backache. And also it is said that even here, what do you call it? Migraines and all these things are caused by stomach is the place where all diseases start. If you have not take care of your stomach, the most of the body will suffer. That's why in India also they are concentrating more on Madhya Pradesh. In the election, Madhya Pradesh is very important. MPs, the maximum MPs are from there, I think. Mahapapis, not Mahapapis, Minister of Parliament. Stiraha, Hridyaha. It should delight your heart. Don't eat it unwantedly or hatefully, disgustingly, with no joy in your heart of eating. So that is why when you are eating, you must have good conversation with people. And everybody is looking at the phone and I'm taking picture also. I'm eating this. Now I'm eating first of all. And you want to show everybody that you are eating. So you must have heart-to-heart talk. That's a place where you can converse, joy, and delightfully you should eat. Hrudya. Aharaha satvika priyaha. This kind of eating in terms of quantity, quality, and how you eat. What you eat, how much you eat, and how you eat. As I said in the last session, 32 times you have to chew before you you swallow. That very counting itself will make you feel enough. I cannot go on doing this. So, see, one thing you should understand is, it is not the plate that eats, It is not the spoon that eats. It is not even the mouth that eats. It is not the tongue that eats. It is the mind. Isn't it? It is the mind that is demanding the food because the stomach has informed, I need food. And most of the times, the mind decides what to eat. And therefore, unless we are correctly informed about what will enhance sattva, we will eat habitually. Most of our hating habits are psychological. What you like, you eat more than what is necessary for your body. And that is the reason why people get into trouble. Because I like to eat certain things, though I know very well it is not good for my body. So that's why it is important, why Bhagavan is speaking on this, is in that also there is sattvika, rajasika, and tamasika kind of food. So as I said earlier, people of sattvic nature like this food. People who eat this food are likely to move from rajasic tendency to sattvic tendency. And sattvic tendencies have been already spoken in the previous chapter. Abhayam, sattva samshuddhihi, jnana yoga vyavastitihi, ahimsa, satyam, akrodaha. So many things, 26 qualities were said as Daivi Sampat. The qualities of divine nature. The mind remains calm, quiet, focused, alert, brilliant, thinking, discriminating clearly. And this kind of alertness will not happen unless sattva is predominant. Sarvadvareshu dehesmin prakasham upajayate sadvam viruddham idi vidyat. Bhagavan Krishna very clearly says, when is that you can understand that sattva is predominant? Sarvadvareshu, sarva indriyeshu, through every sense organ, prakasham upajayate. There is brilliance. Sattvam viruddham idi vidyat. Then you understand sattva is on the increase. And there is dullness, and there is tired most of the time, and don't feel like doing things. Or you are agitated, disturbed, easily getting annoyed, angry. So when do we detect that? When we eat the next kind of set of food, you would say, these people who are rajasic, extrovert by nature, like this kind of food. What are those that we see here in the next verse, verse number 9? He reduces. Katvam lalavanat yushna tikshna ruksha vidakinaha ahara rajasasyeshtaha dukkha shokamaya pradaha katvam lalabanatyushna tikshna ruksha vidakinaha ahara rajasasyeshtaha dukkha shokamaya pradaha. Understand, people who are rajasic. What is rajas? Sattvam sukhe sanjayadi raja karmani bharata. In 14th chapter Gita, Bhagavan says, Trishna sanga samudbhavam. The nature of the rajasic people is discontentment. Never happy. I want more. I want more. I'm not happy with this. And Trishna, it is called intense desire, spruha. Aprapteshu abhilasha. Meaning, what is not already with one, he constantly or she constantly looks for it. I want that, I want it, I want that. That is called abhilasha, aprapteshu. So that is why we are not able to distinguish clearly between need and greed. We are not able to distinguish that. Everything looks to be a need, but actually it is on the other side, it's greed. If you don't define your need, you're very likely to flip into greed. So what you need is very simple. For everyday living, what do you need? But when you start comparing yourself with somebody else, neighbor or your sister-in-law, brother-in-law, then obviously you are not happy at all, right? Because not everyone can do or achieve things that the other person. Sometimes people achieve more and you say, no, I am somewhere low, below here. So when you do not define your need, you are very likely to move into the greed. And greed has no limit. Discontentment is the nature. It is Bhagavan, Krishna says, Ashantasya kuta sukham. There is no sukha for a person who is not having shanti. That's why he says, shokamaya pradaha. Pradaha prakashena dadat. The prakashena, very well. These food are those which will give pradaha. They give what? Dukkha shokamaya pradaha. Dukkham cha shokam cha amayam cha. Amaya. Dukkha shoka amaya, I can put it. Amaya is a disease. Shoka, sorrow. Dukkham. Dukkham and shokam are different. Huh? Dukkham is mostly where it is opposite of sukham. I have told you this before also. In Sanskrit, the word kham means space. Sukham means where you have good space in your head. If in this room, where say around 300 people can comfortably sit, there are 700 people, that is called dukkham. Where 300 people can sit, if you 100 people only, it's sukham. Stretch yourself. When you go to India also, when there is 2 seats are free, sukham. Why? I can stretch myself and lie down. More space. So, in the mind also, when the thoughts are very crowding up, you are not able to control dukkham. Agitations and thought that is coming into your mind is uncontrollable. Where in a quiet place where you're sitting down, your mind is under your control and thoughts are slowly only rising and falling. Sukham. Think about on a busy weekday, morning at 8 o'clock, traveling in Bombay local. That is dukkham. Local train, everybody is pushing and pulling. So shoka, on the other hand, is sorrow. One is called pain caused by the mental anguish. Shoka is due to past experiences coming into your mind or your own dissatisfaction leading into I'm useless, waste, I cannot achieve anything. Grief, in other words, that is called shoka. Dukkha shoka amaya. Amaya, disease, sickness, very often falling unhealthy. Pradaha, they give echanti. So dukkha shoka maya pradaha, what are those? Rajasasya ishtaha. People who are rajasic, they like it. Why? You should see the gongura chutney. It is so, the whole body is fighting. Water is coming through, the sweating. So good, Swami. Why? Even though it is causing so much, but you like it. So Rajas nature is what? Rajas karmani bharat. They are pravritti margins, meaning they are outgoing, extrovert. So when the mind is always looking for things to achieve and accomplish and go, they think that physical body should have that agitated state. And for that, the food that can be of high in everything. What is that? You will see in all places, Rajasasya ishtaha, what are the? Adi katva, Adi amla, Adi lavana, Ati ushna, Ati tikshna, Ati ruksha, Adi vidayana. The Adi should go to everyone. You need to put salt, no doubt, otherwise it will become assaulted. You should put enough salt. But if you put too much salt, it becomes insult. Too much of salt. And you can't even eat. But the people who are rajasic by nature, they like everything and the intense. Ati katva, extremely bitter. One man, he was overhearing his wife saying to her friend, my husband often drinks, I don't like him drinking this much. I'm very unhappy about it. So he heard that. And one day he told her, come with me, I have to take you somewhere. He took her to the bar. Drink this whiskey. I have not drunk, which is bitter, I do not know. The whiskey maybe. She's like, oh, so bitter. And you think I'm enjoying? They do enjoy. That's so bitter. Swamiji, you should eat Karela. Swamiji, it's good for your health. You eat if you want. Why unnecessarily pushing on to me? No, you will not get diabetes if you eat Karela. Who told you? Because anything bitter means it's the opposite of sugar. This is their mental concept. Some people drink every day that. You please do if you want to. I have no problem with that. Adi katva. Katu. Amla is sour. Amla is gooseberry. That also, ati, again, you have to add ati. Because all these tastes are necessary in our food. And all these tastes will definitely enhance your joy of food. But when you have excess of them, ati katu, ati amla, ati lavana, salt. I mean, your first one, katu, is bitter, then this is salt. Lavana. Ati ushna. And some people, what is that called? Sizzler. They give it with you in front of you. And then you eat. Once the smoke is coming through all parts of your body. They just wanted the heightened experience. Nothing calming, nothing peaceful. Ati ushna. Excessively hot. Tikshna, pungent. And that also will cause enough stomach ache and stomach boiling, everything. Ulcers. When you eat that kind of food, reflux will come. Acid reflux. Ati tikshna. Ati ruksha. Some people want, see, no doubt we need to eat food which is not excessively oily, etc. But totally go dry. Ruksh. Hai hi nahi kuch. That's why you have to put coke and other things to really push it inside. Why? There is nothing there, dry. Double burger. See, even when you are eating salad, you must have either tomato or something going with that. Otherwise, it's Swami, we need a lot of fiber, I'm telling you, excess fiber will tear off your stomach line. Yeah, don't eat too much of this cosmos things. Only that goats and all, they can survive with that, not you. Because it will tear off your stomach line, and don't eat too much of this salad. Not good. A little cooking, a little soft it should become. Ruksha, dry. No oil at all, no ghee at all, nothing. And vidahinaha, burning. By spice, it is burning. As I said, gongura chutney. Or that they have that, no, in an Asian restaurant, they put, what is that called? Huh? Wasabi. Oh my God. First time when I thought somebody hit me here. Who hit me? It was so strong, it just, and the whole body started to swim. Burning. Aharaha rajasasya ishtaha. These are all very much liked by people who have rajasic tendencies. And such people would not be very happy when you give them anything that is moderately cooked, moderately, oily, moderate, they add more salt, spice. So, once I went to a place called Guntur, Bhimavaram. Oh my God, that place. They take red chili and he already it is spicy. Somebody, this is normal here. I said, it may be normal to you, but I will not be normal if I eat this. The whole night I couldn't sleep. 25 times I went to the restroom. So, the food that is liked by people who are rajasic by nature. Rajo ragatmakam viddhi. Krishna sanga samudbhavam. Ragatmakam. Raga meaning, one meaning is color. Color also raga, rang. Rang Hindi mein rang hota hai. So raga. In Sanskrit, raga means attachment. Intense attachment. So rajo ragatmakam viddhi. Trishna sanga samudbhavam. So the mind which is too attached to what to gain, what to enjoy, etc., such a mind will like this kind of food. So you have to detect your own self. Why? If I like this kind of food, then my mind cannot be easily detached from things. The greatest attachment being tongue. What else to say? So that is the first, indriya or the sense organ we develop at the stomach of our mother. The child starts to develop the sense of taste. And that's the last thing you can give up. Even when you are 70 or 70, 80, 90, wanting the food according to one's own taste never ends. It doesn't go that easily. So rajo ragatmak. Therefore, rajasasya ishtaha aharaha dukkha shoka amaya pradaha. Again, a person who is tamasic by nature, lazy, unproductive, and such a person, to wake him up from his state of tamas, one may probably have to start eating rajasic food. But then don't stay there. Move on to the next one. To instigate a person who is unproductive, you may have to tell him to eat things which are will push him out of that lethargy. But then one should not become too extrovert. One should slowly move into Sattva. So that is the reason why Bhagavan here says, even though it is liked by people who have rajasic nature, but they people who are unproductive, lazy, should prefer this food and go ahead and change their nature by eating the proper food. Once in a while you are eating that kind of food, it should not become your habit. And without that, you are unhappy if you say, if I do not have this kind of adi ruksha, adi katu, adi amla, adi lavana, and you are unhappy when you say, that means you are very likely in the bracket of rajas and very difficult to get out of your attachments to things. Having said this, now he says, now comes our favorite ground, what we eat. Tamasic food. Now that is what is going to be said. Yatayamam gatarasam Uti puryushitam chayat Uchishtam chamedyam Bhojanam tamasapriyam Yatayamam gatarasam Uti paryushitam chayat Uchishtamabhichamedyam Bhojanam tamasapriyam. Tamasapriyam bhojanam. Tamasa jananam priyam. For the people who are having tamasic nature, this kind of bhojanam is priyam. What is that? Because you understand, tamas by nature is alasya, nidra, laziness, sleepiness, procrastination. Nothing he or she would do when you tell him or her, do it tomorrow. Tomorrow has the same question, tomorrow. Kal karta hu, aaj nahi. Anything you tell, abhi nahi hoga, kal. Always postponing. Haan, ho jayega. This is called pajama personality. So here, what are those? Swamiji, I know my husband cannot cook himself. I'm going to India for 1 month. So, cooked for 1 month. And then what? Packet laga ke. Mondays you eat this, Tuesdays you eat this. Put it in the freezer. So when you take it out, put it in the microwave. Yatayamam. Actually, yatayamam means mandapakvam is also yatayamam. Meaning it is yama. One yama is called, I think it is between 4 to 6 hours. Or maybe sometime it is 8. Beyond 4 to 5 hours, when the food remains without being consumed, it is considered as tamasic. As Swamiji writes here, a day is divided in our old calculation in the Shastras into 8 yamas. 3 yamas make a whole day. 3 into 8, 24. Wherein a period of 3 hours constitute a yama. That's it. 3. Beyond 3 hours, the food is tamasic. Beyond 3 hours. So it is necessary that we should eat the food within that period of 3 hours. Wherein the period of 3 hours constitute yama. Therefore, food cooked 3 hours earlier gone cold. Think about 1 month. Yama will be next to you only. Yata nahi, it will be there standing, waiting. Ayata yamam. So Yama will be standing next to. So think about all that kind of food. Sometimes they know that bars, etc. Wow, how many months old that they are there? I mean, Swami, it has a lot of shelf life. Better to be in the shelf only, no? Because you will become like a shelf then in that case, if you eat that, inert. Yata, gata rasam, no taste at all. Sriracha you have to put to make it tasty. Because it is not, nothing is there in that. Some people give, Swamiji, I heard that you are on a diet. Yes. Why you are in diet? Why are you dieting? Because I don't want to die eating. And in the name of diet, they bring food, no salt, no spice, nothing. I mean, that is also wrong. Gata rasam. Or if you keep it for a long time, it loses it. Even the fruits, etc., they look good, but no rasa at all. Why? Because they have been taken out of the plant maybe a month back. They have absolutely no taste. That's why we have to add masala and all the things to add taste to it. MTR masala you have to put there. Otherwise you don't taste it. Puti is putrefied. It has already lost its original energy giving all qualities. No protein, no essence, nothing. It is not, it lost its food value. Only it appears to be food, but no food value. Paryushitam, rotten. See, many times we don't even know what they actually do it in a restaurant. All the milk that are, and the shelf life is gone, goes to the restaurant. They will make something out of it and give it to you. Yesterday's idli became today's upma. They make something out of it and put it there. So, Paryushitam. Paryushitam means that which is, they have lost their strength to stay, rotten. They started to become stale. Uchishtam, thrown away. Uchishtam means impure. Ingredients that are there which are not pure. The combination of things must be understood. Otherwise, there will be a problem. Because when you put something over something, now I have seen people, and nowadays they don't give any food in their flight. It is good in the local flights. Otherwise, my God. Orange juice. After that, coffee. Think about what happens to you. Citric with milk. What happens there? What happens? You drink milk and then put orange juice on that. What happens to your stomach? Just don't think. Anything, everything comes, it goes on inside. So impure combinations are also there. You should understand the combination correctly. If the combinations are not correct, it may probably taste or it may look good, but it destroys your health there inside. So, uchishtam, impure. What is amedyam? Amedyam means that which is not fit to be offered for rituals or cannot be offered for puja. Which Bhagavan himself cannot eat. Why are you eating them? It is not possible for you to, you usually in our tradition, at least when you are offering to the Lord, it should be something which is cooked properly. So where you offer things which are rotten, impure, uncooked, and then that is amedium. Medya means that which is can be offered to the Lord. Amedya. These are all called the tamasa priyam. It includes obviously liquor, tobacco, and other things which are deluding the mind, reducing your physical strength and mental strength. That is also to be included in the tamas. Because by drinking or eating this kind of food, a person becomes totally useless, unproductive and useless, cannot get up and engage in work, cannot cheerfully talk to people, all the time dull. So therefore, Swamiji, coffee comes where? Coffee is obviously rajas. Even decaffeinated. So all of them are rajasic. So this one is tamas, where it is over spirited, extreme spiritually, highly spirited. Spiritual drinks, they are considered as tamasic by nature. So now people who are liking this kind of food should start thinking, will it really help me? Are they helping me? Or making me more and more dragging myself day by day from morning till evening? You alone will be the good judge of what you should change. Some people get onto the weighing scale but can't see anything. So this person was tucking his stomach, you know. So wife and come, by tucking your stomach, you will not look, less weight, you know, the weighing scale. No, I can't see. So you alone can judge whether you are to continue with what you are doing, or you should seriously consider changing it. See, physical body apart, even mind gets disturbed by the food that you eat. So the next slide, as a summary, Ayus Sattva Bala Arogya Vivardanaha Aharaha Satvika Priyaha, which are food enhancing vitality, lifespan, energy, strength, health, joy, cheerfulness. Dukkha Shoka Amaya Pradaha Aharaha Rajasa Priyaha. Food that are bitter, sour, saline, excessively spicy, pungent, dry, burning. Nidra alasa pramada etayaha. Those which are nidra, enhancing or increasing your sleepiness, laziness. Pramada. Pramada means inadvertence, erroneousness, mistakes, committing mistakes too often in work or in any other field of activity that are spoiled, tasteless, putrid, stale, rotten, impure. So how does the food affect your mind, your personality? So next, annam ashitam treda vidiyate. Yes, tasya yaha stavishtaha statuhu tat purisham bhavati. Yo madhyamaha tad tan mamsam. Yo anishtaha tad manaha. Food that you eat, Chandogya Upanishad says, annam ashitam. Ashitam annam. Whatever is eaten by you, treda vidiyate. Becomes three kinds. They divide into three parts. Tasya yaha stavishtaha dhatu tat purisham bhavati. The grossest part of the food becomes ficus. It's just thrown away by the body. It won't keep it there. It becomes completely. That's why if you're, please take it in the right sense. If you are going too often to the restroom or too often you are removing too much of food out of your stool, that means your food has too much of gross things. That is not good. If you're going too often, that means your body is rejecting most of the food, which is not good. It is not deriving energy out of what you eat. Stabishtaha dhatu purisham bhavati madhyamaha tad mamsam fat. The middle part of the food, this food that are not gross, I mean the part of the food that is not gross nor subtle, middle part becomes mamsam, fat. Yo anishtaha, which is the subtle most, tad manaha. It becomes the mind. Meaning what? Your thought is influenced by the subtle part of the food. So the food that you eat is not only for physical body. Understand, physical body is the gross matter. Prana is mediocre. And manaha is subtle. So any food that you eat, some part of it, part of the body, some part becomes the prana, some part, the water also that you drink also goes through the same thing. The grossest portion becomes the mutram, urine. The subtlemost becomes prana. The middle becomes the blood and as part of the liquid in the body. So this way, anything that you eat, a portion of it becomes a part of your mind. Because mind is subtle matter. It derives its energy from matter only. So this way, of the food, the subtle part becomes the blood, subtlest part of the food becomes blood and enters the heart. From there, it goes through the veins and nerves, nourishing the mind. And the grossest portion of the food becomes fecus, and the middle portion becomes flesh. Therefore, food influences mind as well. So, rajasic food creates rajasic mind. That is how it is said by Bhagavan there. How the food will, make you more rajasic, because these qualities are of the mind only, Rajas, tamas, and sattva are part of the mind. How can food that you eat will become part of the mind then? That's why it is said the subtle part of the food influences the way you think. And the way you think becomes your intention. And as we saw, Shraddha. Shraddha is what? Sattvanurupa sarvasya Shraddha bhavati bharata. According to the mind, so is the Shraddha, the faith. If the mind is sattvic, because the food is sattvic, then your Shraddha becomes sattvic. Faith is also of that sattvic nature. If the food is rajasic, the mind becomes rajasic, your sattva, Shraddha also becomes rajas. And if food is tamasic, the mind becomes tamasic, and your Shraddha will also become tamas. And what is this tamasic Shraddha? We saw that. Karshayanta, sharirastam, they torture the body only. Now, in this particular context, I wrote a few verses about what is health, which I would like to share with you all. A conversation between a guru and a shishya. This I composed quite some time back, but I would like to share because it is on the topic of health. Shishya uvacha Jivane suruchirnasti Mama kinchit kadachana Prabho bruhi upayam me Sahajatma sukham bhavet. He's asking Guru, bruhi upayam. Please give me a method. Hey Prabhu, a guru, Sahaja Atma Sukham Bhaved. In me, may Sahaja Atma Sukham. A natural joy, how do I get? Because I find Jivane Suruchir Nasti. I'm not taking much interest in life. Mama Kinchit Katachana. At no time about anything I do. So this is, Swamiji, this is exactly my teenage boy. No interest in anything. Dragging himself or herself. How was the school? Okay. Did you eat the lunch I gave? I think so. Are you hungry now? I don't know. Answer is always like vague. Why it is so? Surichir nasti. There is no interest in life. So this student obviously had to be, asking a question which would be relevant to all of us. Arjuna also asked questions relevant to all of us only. So he's asking why, I'm not taking interest in anything seriously in my life. So at any time, I need to know how do I get a spontaneous, effortless joy. How do I get? Sahajatma Sukham me bhavet bruhi upayam. Please tell me the method. So Sri Guru Ruvacha. Arogyenaiva manasa bhavatyarogya jivanam shrunu me hitavakyani sukhi bhavasi jivane sadanarogya bhogena deho bhavati piditaha duracharascha bhogeshu asaktirapi hetavaha. Manasa arogyenaiva manasa. Arogyena manasa, by the mind which is healthy, arogya jivanam bhavati. By the healthy mind alone, healthy life will be. So this year, we are in the May month, you will get Mananam book. Those who have already sponsored for that. The topic is healthy life. And I have put a spun on that word, heal thy life. Healthy, we cut in between, heal thy life. You have to heal it. And for that, the mind has to be arogya. Mind. Shrunume hitavakyani. Therefore, listen to my useful words. Sukhi bhavasi jivane. Then you will become happy in your life. Sada, at all times, anarogyena bhogena. Anarogya bhogena. By eating unhealthy food, deha piditaha bhavati. Body becomes sick. And this sick body is fine, but also it leads to durachara. Durachara. Your conduct in life, your habits in daily life also not healthy, it becomes. Duracharascha bhogeshu. Indulgence. Indulgence, too much of eating, too much of sleeping, too much of work also. Bhagavan Krishna says, yukta ahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu yogo bhavati na kastana. Yogo bhavati. A person who is eating properly, then yoga sukham bhavati. Duracharascha bhogeshu asaktirapi. Asakti, attachment. Durachara, bhoga, and asakti. These are all the things which is considered as the mental ill health. Wrong habits, indulgence, and extreme attachment to things. So you have to take care of food that you eat, Now, more of it we'll see in the next session. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkhabhat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. While we are on the topic of health, it is necessary for us to find out how flexible our body is. Rigid